Get you through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jodie and Hayesy on Nova.
Let's talk text messages.
Did you get any blokes text messaging you to say that they were coming to your party, or did they just assume that you'd know that they were coming?
No, you know what? No text yet.
Right.
That's okay. I understand. I don't take it personally because it's a bloke thing.
We've been talking about this a little bit this morning because I'm just lamenting the fact I don't understand how you can send someone a lovely text and they can just completely blank you and ignore it.
Jeez.
So I was saying just before, someone who was very kind to me in the radio space, when you won an ACRA, I sent a message and just said, "Hey, friend, so Hayesy won the ACRA. I just wanted to thank you for having faith in both of us. None of this would have happened without you, etc., etc." That was last October.
Oh.
No reply.
Well, watch this space.
Okay.
Maybe a response is coming very shortly. Who knows?
No, it's not, because I sent another text on. I thought I'll just try again. I'm just going to throw it out there again and just see if I get something back.
See if you get a nibble.
Sent one 2 weeks ago. Another nice message. Nothing back.
Oh.
But he does find the time to message you, though.
Yeah, okay. Look, I don't know. I can't explain this phenomenon.
Okay.
All I can say is that blokes aren't intelligent in this space.
Well, you tried to explain it to me in that if I send you a nice message, you'll read it and go, "Oh, that's lovely," and then you'll just get distracted by the NBA.
And that's the thing.
And then
everything else.
Your day.
And then I'll move. So that's the thing. So now it's almost, I reckon it's almost like a mini news resolution. When I get an email about something that's important or a text message that's important, as soon as you see it, respond straight away. Otherwise, as a bloke, I will forget.
Okay.
Or I won't remember for another 2 days. I'll give you an example. Each and every week, I'll get an email saying, "Get your tips in." If I don't respond immediately,
You won't do it.
I'll get a text message 2 days later saying, hey, need your tips by midday. And I'll go, "Oh, so sorry I got distracted for 2 days."
$250 Cocoa Black voucher for the best caller this morning. Get involved, 13 24 10. We've got 10-year-old Lola on the phone. Good morning, Lola.
Good morning.
Good morning. You've got a theory about this. What do you think?
I think it's because, they're just lazy. They're too lazy to even get up and pick up their phone to look at the message.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Or they're, I forgot.
Yeah.
Or they're...
Don't know,
Or
Lola.
they're scared of the woman's response.
Yeah. Well,
could be
that's a
that.
good one. Do you know what, Lola? 10 years old. Wise words. Wise words.
Men are just lazy.
Might have absolutely nailed it right there.
Yeah. 13 24 10. Get involved in the conversation. Please just explain this to me. It's hard not to take it personal at this point.
I know. Just put Jodes at ease,
Yes,
all right? Maybe
please.
some blokes text through. Why are we so useless at this?
Oh, they're not going to text you. That's ridiculous.
Oh, that's very
what
true.
we're talking about.
Please call us 13 24 10.
You idiot.
Up for grabs as well. Best call this morning. We've got a $250 Cocoa Black voucher. Hey, vent about your partner.
Yep.
Maybe they're hopeless at replying texts. And
Maybe
how do you
they're
deal with the
useless.
situation?
Love to hear from you.
All right, 13 24 10. We'll take calls next. How you feeling over there?
Just rejected, sad,
Yeah.
depleted.
I'm picking that up as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I got another text from that bloke who won't text you back.
I'm just asking the question, is it just me on 13 24 10, or are all men just really bad at replying to text messages?
Do you know what? It's men, okay?
Is it?
We're not good in this space.
No.
From my experience as a whole, and there's going to be some exceptions, of course, but
Yes.
women are so organised.
Yeah, we are.
Men are so disorganised.
But I think we know in that moment, if we don't text back straight away, we probably might forget about it. So
Yeah.
that's why we're quite diligent,
Okay.
maybe. I don't know. Let's go to John from St Mary's. John, you've got a theory.
Yes, I do.
What is it, John?
A little bit of tongue-in-cheek to make everyone a bit of a laugh, but unless it's a divorce, in any case, if a woman's written a little kiss at the end, they're asking for a divorce from their current partner if they're responding.
Oh. You're right, John. It was a little bit cheeky.
So John is saying men don't put anything in writing unless it's a divorce.
Oh, okay. Well, that is very controversial.
Fair enough.
Indeed.
Let's go to Tanya from Holden Hill. Thank you, John. Tanya, hi.
Good morning, gorgeous people. How are we?
Oh, good, Tanya. Good vibe.
Good, Tanya.
Do you know what,
Mm.
darling? We need to take gender out of this.
Okay.
I'm going to have to do a little mini confession.
Yes.
I am notorious, and it is not because of lack of care. I am not tethered by my phone 24/7. By the time I actually read some texts, I give a response back. Look, the moment I read it, I give a response back, and I get things like, oh, well, that was 3 days ago. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And it actually gets worse because in terms of my brother, he goes, why you were my emergency contact? I could have been dead in the gutter for a week. And, you decided to have a look, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is not gender-based.
Okay.
I think it's more so if you're constantly having contact with your phone, you have that ability to be, oh, look, quick response. I agree, women, we look at it, we respond straight away.
Yeah.
But if you're running around and you're doing things, I was in the shop all day yesterday, I then got 5 texts when I got home and I had to respond to both brothers, one at 9:30, one at 3:30, they'd text, and I'm like at 5 o'clock, oh, so sorry.
Yes.
yeah.
See, I understand that. It stacks up and all of a sudden you get confused and you got a waiting list when it comes to text messages.
That Tanya called them texters too.
Yeah.
You never quite know whether to call it a text or a group of texts. Are they texters?
Oh, that's a good question as well. Brings us to the age-old debate. Is one Weet-Bix a Weet-Bic or a Weet-Bix? Anyway, we're veering off course here, Joe.
We digress. Jackie from Normanville, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Wrap this up for us, Jackie.
So I'm self-confessed as well. I'm probably the worst text messenger. And I'm always on my phone, so it's probably even worse. But in theory, with probably in relation to yours, it might just be that you've written a beautiful message. Maybe he just doesn't know how to respond.
Oh, maybe.
So that thanks with a thumbs up isn't good enough.
Yeah.
So he just doesn't respond.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's the least first
Jackie's got the Andrew Hayes Lee Spur 2010 variation going on.
Yes, they just don't know what to say.
Yeah, right. So just to summarise this, Joe, it's, from the way that I'm reading, you should definitely take this personal.
Oh, thank you. Please tell me about this revolutionary new study that you've come across.
Well, this is not going to be surprising to you, but maybe I'm specifically talking to the fellas. Listen up, guys, if you'd like an easier life, okay? Listening to women may be one of the most underrated life hacks according to a new behavioural study. So, Joe, it's no surprises from you yet. You don't look shocked or surprised at all. Researchers found that men who consistently sought and considered women's input, particularly in decision-making roles, were significantly more likely to make rational, balanced and effective choices.
How much money did they spend on this study? Because I could have
I
just...
think it was done pretty quickly, to be honest.
I could have just told you this, like, right off the bat.
Oh, the study attributes this to cognitive diversity and emotional intelligence. Women were shown to emphasise long-term outcomes, empathy and broader context and problem solving. When these perspectives were integrated, teams or individuals had fewer failures, better social cohesion, stronger performance outcomes.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm in one of those like lectures or chats or, speeches where people tell you the absolute bleeding obvious.
Oh, my gosh. And what I will say is, why? Why are we only just finding this out right now?
Hey, let's talk Khloe Kardashian, shall we?
Oh, finally. Gosh, I was wondering if you're going to do this. We got there.
She's broken down every cosmetic procedure and surgery that she has ever done. Thank God.
She's done that. Has she had procedures?
Oh, what? I'll show you a before and after. That's Khloe before, that's Khloe after. Looks completely and utterly different.
Yeah, cool. They're not the same person.
No.
Now show me Khloe Kardashian, please.
So she's tagged the doctor or the office that performed each treatment, giving credit where credit is due. I like that she's transparent. So many of these celebrities like, oh, what do you mean I've had surgery?
I'm natural and I am smiling, thank you very much.
Okay, so first and foremost, she confirmed that she's had a nose job. We all knew that. She said she's had laser hair for the hairline and everywhere else, Botox and Sculptra, whatever that is. And she's lost 80 pounds over the years. What's 80 pounds? That's about, how many kilograms?
35 kilos maybe.
Next on the list, Soft Wave, which is a non-invasive laser procedure that does the following: lift the eyebrows, firm and lift lax tissue on the neck and under the chin, improve the appearance of facial lines and wrinkles, or reduce the appearance of cellulite, and to treat acne scars as well.
Sorry, say that again.
I don't know. And finally, she said she's tried various topical treatments, including salmon sperm facials.
That's the one. That's the one that we're waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
Finally. Gosh, that's the secret.
I think this is a real A-list procedure, the old salmon sperm facial.
Right.
I don't know who offers them here in Adelaide.
Yeah, well, Joe's, I've got a lot of questions for you.
Go on.
I'm not sure that you can answer. First of all, who collects the specific sperm and how's it done? Where are the salmon from? How do you specialise in this particular area?
You were correct. I don't have any answers to those questions, and now I'm trying to visualise how you extract salmon sperm.
Very good question. And I can only assume it's a very niche sort of art, a niche job title.
Yes.
And what would the job title be? Could it be something like a salmon sperm saucer? Something like that.
Maybe.
Could it be a salmon sperm specialist?
Yes.
Who knows? Maybe a fish facial facilitator. Does that work?
Yeah.
What about a salmon spunk strategy lead?
Oh, that's too much.
What about as well the salmon who are part of the project?
Yeah. Do they want to be?
Do they want to be?
I
But
guess.
also, can you imagine that one particular salmon catching up with his salmon buddies and maybe meeting someone new out on just a salmon night out? And they say, what do you do for a living?
What do
He
you
goes,
do, man?
I actually work with the Kardashians. Oh, yeah, what do you do with the Kardashians? You are not going to believe me if I tell you. Sit down, let's get a beer.
It's Jodie and Hayes's Weekly Debate.
What a fierce little segment this has become. Weekly Debate, we started this a few weeks ago, and boy, oh boy, Jodes, you're good at this. 5-1 you're leading.
Oh, okay. I'll take it. Normally I lose everything on this show to you and it hurts my soul.
Oh, well, not the space, which is good for you because when it comes to words, it's pretty important on radio, so you're in a good space.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, the topic this morning is football is tougher than netball.
Ooh.
And I'm going against.
This goes against the grain of everything, every single fibre in my body.
I'm going into bat for netball.
Okay.
All right, can I go first?
Sure.
All right, here is my debates.
Yep.
Ready, Jodes? Shut your face for a second. What's that? Oh, that's the sound of another netball's ACL going pop. Statistically speaking, every 5 to 7 seconds, somebody across the globe somewhere playing netball will pop their ACL. It's absolutely brutal. Somebody, somewhere that you know, has been a victim of netball's ruthless, relentless, insatiable appetite for destroying knees, hips and ankles. The sport gives absolutely no f***s about your body. In fact, it challenges you to push your body to the extreme and then all of a sudden, and then it just laughs it off and then says something super obnoxious like, here if you need. Oh, cheers to that. I'll tell you what I need. A knee reconstruction. Oh, there's a double. I don't think it's just your knees in trouble as well, you beautiful idiot. Here's a list of the most Googled questions relating to netball. Can I play netball with a torn meniscus? Can I play netball with a torn ligament? Does netball have a high injury rate? How do I know if I tore my ACL playing netball? Did netball just rob my apartment? Why did netball steal my car? Oh, there's another double. Netball is a badass bitch, and for the sake of your body,
Oh, baby, you should go and love yourself.
spot on, Justin, and to do that, you should play footy.
Very dare you bring Justin Bieber into this.
Well, Bieber's just speaking some facts.
Okay.
Oh, jeez, Joe.
Another one.
Good to say. Oh, there's another one.
Oh, dear. Okay, you're onto something. You do have a point.
Oh, your poor ACLs.
Oh, man.
And your Achilles.
Yeah.
And your hips.
Yeah.
And everything else.
Ankles.
Stop putting so much brutal force on the concrete courts of netball through it,
That's
please.
so true. Would you like my rebuttal now?
Here we go.
Okay. In the words of the great Warwick Kappa. And what is yours, Warwick, is the most brutal game on the planet. And your tidy-whitey shorts and long flowing locks belie just how damn courageous you were, my man. In AFL, you get crunched, kicked, smashed midair, squirrel gripped, whacked head high, all the while trying to work out which way that little oval-shaped pigskin Sharon is going to bounce. Good luck. It's essentially driving a Formula One car, rugby, both union and league, soccer, UFC and pole vaulting and cliff diving all rolled into one with no padding. In netball, you so much as breathe on your opponent. Contact goal defence, obstruction wing attack, stepping centre. You looked at me funny, goalkeeper. And just how tough can you be wearing a thing like a dress that you have to pull down over your ass every 8 seconds? In summation, let me quote the great Jimmy Reese, a.k.a. Jimmy Giggle, a.k.a. the man who invented netball. The most contact in the sport occurs when the ball isn't even around. That's right, let there be mildly sexual grinding.
I don't understand. You said you're not allowed to make contact with any other players.
Jason, you are stupider than a boomer trying to send a meme. You must defend with your arms beside you, ish. So, you can't stick your arms out, Jason. So to stop a player from moving, you have to rub against them.
Oh, my God.
There's rubbing.
How dare you go beyond the boundaries and recruit the great Warwick Capper and Jimmy Giggle
I
with your
know.
arguments?
It's
not
a lot.
fair.
It's a lot,
That is
isn't it?
not fair. Well done.
I've been the victim of the said rubbing on the netball court. Let me say, many a time I've said, are you right? Are you enjoying yourself? For goodness sake.
Yeah. All right. Where do you stand? 13, 24, 10. Football is tougher than netball, is it?
Let's go to Hayley from Paralawi. Good morning, Hayley.
Morning, how are you?
Good. Where does your vote lie?
Look, my vote lies with you, Jodie. I've played both sports. I think netball is more frustrating mentally, but footy's harder.
Okay.
As in physically harder.
I reckon footy's physically harder, but netball girls are a different breed.
Yes. In what space? Take us through it, Hayley.
And me.
Oh, they're just because it's a non-contact sport. Like there's more like ammunition behind the movements, if that makes sense. But they're mean.
Oh, a bunch of mean girls just playing a bit of sport.
Honestly, don't you reckon, Hayley, there are some girls who just go out with the intention of annoying their opponent and hurting their opponent.
Yeah.
It's,
Those people do exist.
Yeah,
They do.
All right, so that's one vote for football. Let's go to Alex from Croydon. Good morning.
Morning, guys.
Thoughts?
I tell you what, if you would have asked me a couple of years ago, footy, hands down.
Right.
But I saw my sister in front of my eyes tear her ACL, and it's going to be netball.
Here we go. It's one apiece. Thank you, Alex. I'm telling you, Joe, it's every 5 to 7 seconds statistically someone pops their ACL playing netball. Oh, there's another one.
Monica from Holden Hill. Good morning, Monica. Hello. Okay, can you settle this for us?
Is this the deciding vote?
Yes, it is.
All right, hang on a second, Monica. Hang on. You ready? We're going to give you a drum roll. This will decide the debate this morning. Here we go. What do you reckon, Monica?
I do think football's tougher.
Oh, that settles the debate. Thank you very much, Monica. Why? Why do you think football's tougher?
I just think people get hurt more.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Fair enough.
Okay.
You take it.
I think the St John's ambulance people down at Netball SA Stadium might beg to differ on that front.
Well, I'm telling you, where do you think I got my statistics from, Joe? They don't lie. They don't lie. Oh, there goes another one.
Hey, just read out the score for us for the weekly debate, can you?
Wow, okay. So that was 2 votes to 1, which brings you as the winner this week. And now that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, my gosh, 6 to 1.
6-1.
6-1 overall in the weekly debate.
It's getting ugly, isn't it?
It is getting a little bit ugly. My gosh. Can we play songs to songs? I'm just kidding. Well, you won that this week as well.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, you're on fire.
I shouldn't do this to you on your 40th birthday week, should I?
That is very, very true.
I have a question about boys. Can you mansplain something to me, please?
Yeah.
Why don't you reply to text messages?
Excuse me? What do you mean?
I'm looking at you.
Do we not do a very good job at this?
No, you in particular are awful. But I just have an example for you, and I'll read out these text messages. I've sent 2 now to someone who's been quite influential in my radio career and was really, really, really kind to me when I was a bit low.
Okay.
So there's been a couple of things that happened. The first one was you won an ACRA for Best New Talent, even though you're 78 years old.
Excuse me very much. Don't you rank me by age?
Anywho,
Mature aged, okay?
So-
Mature age.
the day after you won that ACRA, and I'll read you the text that I sent this particular person. I'm not going to name them because I don't want to embarrass them. But I said, hey, friend, so Hayesy won an ACRA last night, and I just wanted to thank you for having faith in both of us. None of this would have happened if you hadn't seen the potential in us. I'm so grateful for you.
Well, that's nice.
A little kiss on the end.
Yeah.
That was on the 13th of October last year. No reply.
Yeah, that's tough. And, it's hard for me not to take that personally as well, perhaps. Who knows? Because then straight away your mind goes, well, maybe you sit there being like, I don't care. I don't care if we won an ACRA.
And then it gets better. So last month we had a nice little ratings win.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'm going to double down. I'm going to go again. I sent another message and I said, well, we did it as you predicted. Thank you for having trust in me when I didn't have much faith in myself. Another little kiss. Yet to respond.
Oh.
What? I don't understand how you can read something like that and just go, oh, yeah, cool. Nothing.
See, this is a tough one. And guys, please get involved.
Why is it a boy thing?
Help a brother out, 13 24 10. Or do I dare say text us on 0400 919 919?
You will get no response.
Not sure if we get much of a response. No. I feel like the worst thing that I do in this situation is that I quickly get a text, I read it and go, oh, that's a great text. I'm busy right now. I'll write back later.
You do that to me all the time.
All the time.
I know.
I swear that's what's happening, Jodes.
Because, and then when I eventually speak to you, I go, I didn't want to get back to that text that I sent you. And you always go, oh, yeah, I read that and thought that was really nice.
Yeah.
And then nothing.
No. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh, gosh, I haven't written back to that person. I haven't written back to that lovely message from Jodie.
So I'd love to hear from, is it just a boy thing? Lads, stick up for yourselves.
Maybe we're just idiots.
Maybe that could potentially be it. But
yeah.
I don't know a lot. I do not know a lot of females that just don't respond to people, particularly when they send something lovely.
Alternatively, perhaps this bloke that you're messaging is like, for goodness sake, Jodie, stop texting me for clout.
Hazy's 40 life lessons.
I don't know what you're thinking. Like, you're an idiot. You shouldn't be allowed to give life advice.
You don't know anything.
I don't know anything.
What you got for us, though?
It's more of a don't do what I did type situation when you get to 40.
All right.
Can I just say this? I'm man enough to admit that 3 times across my life, I've put petrol into a diesel car. Okay?
You should
3 times.
You should only be doing that once.
I know.
Once, and then you should learn your lesson forevermore.
And the shame that you feel.
Yeah.
The shame that you feel when you put petrol into a diesel.
Does the nozzle even fit?
Oh,
Don't you jam it in?
I'll probably have to jam it in as well. Even the nozzle like, mate, what are you doing? I don't belong here. But the last time I did it as well was my wife's father-in-law.
Oh, no.
So we were borrowing a ute, and that's where you come undone as well. When you're borrowing a ute, you're not used to utes.
Yep.
And I've got to say, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want you to go through the embarrassment that I went through. And the top shelf embarrassment is going into the OTR and saying, hey, I've just done this.
Yeah.
And the judgment. They can't help it too. They're being as nice as humanly possible, but you just know underneath it all, they're like, why are you so stupid?
Yeah. Can I ask a question though? You can't start the car because then it all circulates.
Yes.
Is that right?
No, you don't want to do that. You don't want to mix it through.
Okay.
Otherwise, your engine's buggered.
Right.
So what you do is you get RAA to come out and they flush it out.
Gotcha. How much did that?
Quite a timely process.
$500 and $600.
Yeah, it ain't cheap.
$600
It ain't cheap.
Right.
I'll say this again. Is it 40 life lessons, or here's a collection of things that you shouldn't do because I did them badly for you already?
Yeah. I feel it's more that sort of vibe, to be honest with you.
Okay, that's fine. The lines are always open.
Yes, they are, particularly to this man who is, oh my goodness. If he's not one of the most popular figures in football, I'll go, hey, Kane Corns, good morning to you.
It's Kane.
Oh, it's Kane.
Almost unpopular, Jodes, but, this is the number 1 rating breakfast show in Adelaide, so congratulations to you two. I feel like I've been with you from day one.
You have.
And I feel like my faith in your program is now vindicated, but I'm guilty. The reason I'm calling, and I know you were speaking about men and how bad they are at replying to text messages. I've got an apology to make to Jo because she texted me last week and just asked me for a very simple favour, one that should have taken me about 20 seconds and one that I never got around to. So I felt so guilty that that has prompted me to ring in. And the request was just a simple 15-second voice note for our man Hayesy's 40th. And I never got back to it. I never got back to sending the 15-second voice note for our man Hayesy. So I wanted to ring in personally, Hayesy, and wish you a happy 40th birthday. I never thought you would get to 40 at one point, and I certainly didn't think you would be the number 1 man on Adelaide Breakfast Radio. It's a credit to you, mate. In all seriousness, happy birthday. And Jodie, apologies, I owe you one.
Okay, thank you, Kane. I really appreciate that. The funny part about this is I messaged Kane with that simple request. He didn't. He replied and said, yes, no problem, I'll do that. I messaged him again yesterday. He said, hey, Kane, remember that time that I messaged you and asked you for a voice note? Do you mind doing it? And this is the first correspondence.
Oh, there you go. Jeez, what are you up to, mate? It's like you got some stuff going on. For goodness sake, prioritise us, please.
Breakfast Radio in Melbourne with the great Dwayne Russell. He drank 2 litres of milk, plain milk, in the 3 hours that we were on air.
That's interesting.
Wow.
That's a strange one. But
What is he,
anyway,
6?
Hazy, happy birthday to you. Jode, apologies. I owe you one. I know the deadline was yesterday.
That's
so
all right.
That's
Apology.
the reason I've rung
It's,
him.
okay, it's probably more that you've ruined his birthday message surprises now.
Oh,
Not
hey,
thinking
Kane.
you about it.
We appreciate you, mate. Well done with the agenda setters on Channel 7 Monday, Tuesday night. You guys are doing a bloody good job. It's good stuff.
Good on you guys.
There you go.
Surprise.
Oh, surprise. We'll take that. This is definitely live radio. Let's rehash the weekly debate straight after this. This is another fresh hit from Cyril, remake of the Lars. There She Goes on Nova 919. Good morning.